Welcome to the human CENTIPOD.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Or just one person. Hi, John.
Hi, Carmen, Lynch.
Welcome to the human CENTIPOD.
Oh, my God. Why do I still sound? We've done like 7 of these. And
No, we've done 6.
6. Okay, yeah. I was off by 1. Get off my back!
We haven't done one of these in like 6 months.
Can I just, before we get into it, just because you just reminded me of how tense, we're all tense right now. And it's coming out in little ways, too. And right before we started recording, Carmen, I'm sitting here minding my own business. And Carmen, she goes, could you at least just hold this for a second? Handing me the microphone.
Well, because it seems like sometimes the really minimal little things, tasks, bug the shit out of you to do.
Yes, but here's the thing. And I want the listening audience to use their imaginations. Imagine you're sitting there doing absolutely nothing. You're minding your own business. I think I was typing something into my laptop. And your partner turns to you and goes, could you at least hold this thing for me? And it was the microphone.
That's critiquing.
That's as if I had said to you right beforehand, by the way, Carmen, in the future, I never want to hold anything for you. Then I would understand. Could you at least hold this for me for 1 second? It was crazy.
You're making the vibrator. You're making the podcast vibrate.
I think we know where your mind is,
no,
which is why you're
so
tense.
Say vibrate.
Yeah.
And I said vibrator, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
When you yell, the whole thing starts to freak out. Now, here's the thing. This is not couples counseling.
No, clearly.
We just started the episode. Hi, everyone. We're back. And we're in a good place, okay?
We are in a good place.
Because it's lucky number 7.
Yes, it is. It is lucky
okay?
number 7. Wait, I thought you said it was 6. Oh, we've done 6.
No, we've done 6. Please try and listen.
Oh, God.
Try and keep up. Please hold your mic.
Wasn't listening. It was that my brain doesn't
All right,
understand
anyway,
math.
Let's just start.
I just want to say, like, you know what it reminded me of when you said that, and I said nothing to instigate it at all? Have you ever been in an elevator with somebody? And this is actually quaint, what I'm going to say, because who's been in an elevator with anyone for the last 3 months?
Okay.
No one. But have you ever had this experience where you're in an elevator? This has happened to me several times, and there's like several people in the elevator. No one is talking for many floors. And then at one of the floors, the doors open, and somebody leaves. And I'm thinking of this one woman in particular who I didn't know. And she just turns. No one said a word. And she turns to the whole elevator and goes, well, okay, everybody have a great day, and leaves. And you go, first of all, it's super awkward with everyone else there going, why did she say that? But then you're thinking, was she having a conversation with us in her head this whole time? Why is she talking like that? Why is she saying goodbye? You've never had an experience like that?
I do, but can I just go back to defending myself as my own attorney right now?
Yes, go ahead. You're pissed about this.
I'm not pissed. I'm not pissed! Don't put thoughts and feelings into my head.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just my penis. Okay.
So,
into your head. Go ahead.
So.
Sorry, Mom. Your mom.
Now.
Your mom. Go ahead.
You said mom and penis into my face in like a span of 3 seconds.
Oh, that's like Freud in 3 seconds.
Anyway, what I was going to say, which I am about to forget.
Yes.
Is that.
You're so pissed.
What the fuck was I going to say?
You wanted to do your own defense of your behavior when you said to me, could you at least just hold this for 1 second?
That. We won't talk about this a lot because there's nothing to say because I haven't gone yet and I feel like I'm jinxing it. But I am visiting my parents tomorrow and they're 80. My dad is about to turn 80. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes when I've heard this from my therapist, but I heard that when couples separate, part ways temporarily.
Yeah. A temporary separation.
They tend to unconsciously get into a fight.
Thank God.
Because it makes it easier to say goodbye.
Right.
So.
That's what that was.
Stop fighting with me. I won.
I always win. I know I'm editing this episode, but I always win.
Oh, my God.
So what's new with you?
What the fuck are you asking me? You know you're with me all day and night. You know what's new with me. I've got more big news.
All right, what's the big news?
So last week or last episode, which was 7 months ago, I got nominated for an Emmy.
Woo!
Yeah.
Daytime? No.
Daytime.
Quiet. Who
And,
cares?
Quiet.
Who
She
cares?
says to herself. I think
for
they're
you.
coming in a couple weeks. No one has contacted me on how to go to this ceremony that they're not having. So it might come and go, and we don't even know.
Yes.
It's the nomination that counts, as you know. But today, my big news is that I got fired from a big job on Zoom. First of all, I was just getting used to having meetings on Zoom, and then I had to get used to getting fired on Zoom.
And I was in the room when you were on that phone call.
Yeah, that was
and
so
I
awkward.
couldn't even tell that you got fired.
What did it sound like?
All I heard you say was like, "Hey guys, I just joined the meeting. How's everyone doing?" And then a couple jokes were cracked.
Yeah.
And then I hope to work with you guys again soon. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were leaving, and I don't know, like you were going to work on a different side project, and they had, I don't know.
It was so weird. And I can't talk about it because it was a big deal. And now it's not. I mean, now it's a different kind of big deal. I mean, I like the people that I was working with, and it was not. I don't think it was coming from them. I think it was a change that was happening. And we were at one of those steps where they don't have to worry, so because the contract needs to get re-upped or whatever. So it was really technically, it's not a firing. We're not moving forward.
We don't
with
need you anymore.
But it's I thought
it's
that
a firing
this thing
for
was,
you.
Yeah, it's fired for me, and it's a vacation for them.
So did they sound uncomfortable?
No,
when they told
that was
you?
what was so creepy, because you're in this Zoom thing and you're looking at all the boxes. And when I came into the Zoom meeting, I was a little late, like you said, and they were already cracking jokes among each other. And then I was like, "Oh, you guys making jokes without me?" And then I come in and I bring the room down. Oh yeah, and then jokes about that. All right. Anyway, so what did the so-and-so department say about the blah blah? They love it. They love everything you've done. We're not going to move forward with you. What? That's the other thing. It wasn't even like you're terrible,
Right.
and that's why we're moving. It was like, we love everything you've done. Now we've gotten all we need from you, and what we thought would continue with you is not going to happen with you.
I don't think people say, and I know you're not terrible because I've seen your work,
Oh, that's nice of you to say.
but I know they wouldn't say that anyway to someone who was
No,
terrible.
if that's okay, so that makes me feel worse, actually. Because
No, because
I'm wondering
I'm
that they
just
were lying
saying,
to me.
No, but I'm saying they would never say you're terrible to anyone.
Yeah, well, because no one ever wants to burn a bridge.
Right.
Because, like, I could have said in this meeting, wait, what? Why aren't you moving forward? Well, because of this. I mean, they gave me some whys,
Yeah.
but they were weird and vague. And
But it's just like acting. Everything's subjective,
Yeah.
Well, we're looking for someone a little quirkier. You get quirkier. Oh,
Right.
well, we want someone a little shorter with
Yeah.
like blonde hair.
right.
I mean, it's
The weird
always
part about
something.
acting, having acted, is like I could get over that I mean, I'm over this rejection because I'm fortunate that other stuff is happening. But
Because you're Emmy nominated.
yeah,
This Emmy nomination is really going to his head. The other day he said, "Do you mind doing the dishes? I'm Emmy nominated."
oh yeah, and the calls they just don't stop.
Hold on,
No
one's
one has
coming right
called me.
now. Hello? I'll take it. He's busy.
Carmen, do I have a call from Carmen? Carmen.
Hi. By the way, you had me read some of your work because you're giving me jobs. That's how busy
That's
you
right.
are.
I have to pay you.
How much am I getting
Because
paid?
I'm not. I haven't decided yet.
I'm
I have
so
to,
excited.
I have to review
Are you
your
gonna
work again.
Venmo me?
Yeah, I'll Venmo. you.
Okay.
God forbid I give you money right in cash to you. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Where were we? The firing. So yeah, but it was the most awkward thing about it was it happening on Zoom, because Zoom has just been this thing since the virus started of. It's like this fun, stupid Brady Bunch. Everyone got over the Brady Bunch jokes in the first week, but it still has
Right.
that vibe of like we're all having fun. And I'm teaching on Zoom too once a week.
Your class is very popular.
It is. I'm very fortunate for that. And that's fun. So Zoom has this fun quality to me, and all the writing jobs that I'm doing on it, everyone's having fun on them. And then this still had that vibe, even though it was like, so we're never going to talk again,
Yeah.
which was bizarre. And they say one of the execs said, these are very difficult. These are the difficult calls to make, But there was nothing difficult. It didn't look difficult for them. I didn't understand why that
I think
they were
they're
saying
detached. I think people just say that. I think they're just trying to say that to make you feel better. I think these people don't care.
that. Yeah,
You know, they're just thinking business wise.
they are. It's all business.
You know, when I was fired once before, and it was about 10 years ago, and it was through speakerphone. I told you this, right?
Can you tell the audience?
Yeah, I worked for an insurance company.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
And my boss was on vacation.
Right.
And there was an email. I remember that day going like, I hate my life. I love that I'm a comedian, but I still wasn't that established. You know, this was at least 10 years ago. And I remember I had to fax things. And I was like, I'm just a secretary at this point. I'm so upset. And then something in me was like, you know what? Who cares? Just write jokes at your desk.
Was it your mom or my penis that was in you? That's a callback.
What? You interrupted my story.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
at work right now.
I'm sorry.
Faxing.
Go ahead. Yes, back to faxing.
Oh, my God.
Holy
Anyway,
shit.
and then at some point I was like, you know what? Accept your life. So I remember that morning going like, it's okay. Something will happen. You have faith.
Yeah.
And I went back to my desk, and there was an email from HR, Human Resources, in case you don't know what HR is. And it said, everybody meet at 11 or whatever in the conference room. And we were all in our cubicles going, did you get the email? Did you get the email? Did you get the email? And my boss called, and she's like, I saw the email. I'm on vacation. Tell me what happens when it's over. And her bosses were called in to the meeting. And then we go to this conference room. Everyone's nervous because this is now the financial crisis. It was probably 2008 or something.
Yeah.
So like 12 years ago. And then one of the satellite offices from Texas, it was like Charlie from Charlie's Angels. Charlie got on the phone, except it was a woman. And she was like, I'm sorry to say this, but we have to let all of you go. And you will be escorted to your desks to get your stuff. And all I could think was, did I print my jokes out? Because I cannot leave my jokes on my computer.
Yeah.
And then this woman, really sweet lady, started crying because she didn't want to leave. I was super excited because, you know, I wanted to do stand-up.
Did they have, when you were listening to her live like that through the speakerphone?
Yeah.
Did you then suddenly start to notice when she was like, and you will be escorted to your desk, did you start to see like guards appearing in the door?
They
to
weren't
take you
like,
around?
I don't remember them being in uniforms or anything.
Who
just,
took you? Who escorted you to your desk?
I think they were just like plain
away from your
clothes.
desk.
Plain clothes.
Guards.
But yeah, they weren't like, get the fuck out of here. You know, they kind of, you went to your desk to collect your stuff and they're like, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Well, because the danger, of course, is you're going to be pissed and you're right there at the computer and you could, spill your Coke on it or go into the files and trash them all. That's the other thing about...
Well, they were acting like we had like data, like, secret insider trading information or something.
But you could ruin. You could just ruin shit.
I could call clients and be like, fuck your mother,
Right.
and make it look really bad and make someone, I don't know. They were being ridiculous. No one did anything. All I cared about were my jokes.
I would love that you would call the clients and say, fuck your mother, and hang up, and then
and be like,
forget
this
to
is
say.
Dorothy.
Yeah, you have to call back. It's Dorothy
from HR.
I forgot to mention that part. Anyway, fuck your mother again. That's pretty funny. But being fired on Zoom like I was, I couldn't even, they didn't have to worry. No one had to.
No one had to escort you.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything to them. I couldn't ruin the files. I could have ruined them on my computer and then emailed them and said, here's your files all ruined. But they already had copies.
Everyone's going to work from home even when this is over.
Yeah, they should. It's way better.
Yeah.
I like it. Do you like it? Well, no, you don't like it. You're a
haven't gone
stand-up.
on stage.
You're a stand-up. You do all your Zoom shows in my mother's car, like we do this podcast.
All right, let's move on.
Please, God, yes. Hey, this is the movie section.
Let's talk about the
put
movie.
That thing in.
Movies.
It's time for movie review.
Well, we finished Outlander.
Oh, I know. Wasn't it kind of sad to end it?
It was sad that we can't continue watching it because there's 2 more seasons, but we don't have access there.
Is that porn?
That's my mother. For those of you joining us for the first time, that's what she thinks that show is, which it could be easily.
It's super porn, but it's classy porn.
So much penis, so much mother.
A lot of penis, a lot of mother.
Yeah, well, my mother's watching it.
You
I think
really
we
associate
I think we have a
your
title.
dicks with your mom.
Well, we could talk about that too.
Yeah, but let's talk about.
So Outlander
yes.
left. Do you remember?
Sentence. Go ahead.
Do you remember how it ended? The season 3.
They sorry for spoiler alerts, but they landed in America.
Yes, they landed in America.
And then Christopher Columbus came.
And they botched a really, I think, an interesting plot point that we came up with.
Which was
There's a daughter back in the 60s.
Yeah.
But from the Scotsman that she had with the Scotsman in the 1700s, she went back to the future to have the baby and then raised it for 20 years into the 60s.
Right.
And then had to go back once she realized the Scotsman probably survived the Battle of Culloden. And they were setting the whole season 3 up to, oh, shit, we've got to go back to the future in the 60s.
To get the kid.
To save the kid because there's another time traveler in the 1800s that believes this prophecy that a 200-year-old baby needs to be murdered in order for there to be a king of Scotland.
So here's my prediction. So now that they had a huge shipwreck, right? That woman, that witch lady, did she die?
She did. They cut her head off.
I was going to say the daughter's safe, but no, she's safe.
Yes, your prediction.
I can't remember shows
your
that
prediction
we watched
is
a month
the
ago.
obvious. Okay, great. That's great.
That's mean.
That's amazing. What? Oh, this is perfect. Your prediction was the obvious?
There's a lake nearby. I could just kill him and throw him in the lake. No one would ever know.
Before the podcast, again, we were like, what should we do for movie review, TV review? Well, we should talk about Outlander being over. But also, what did we see last night? A great movie, Just Mercy.
With Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan.
So I say to Carmen, well, let's only talk about if we've got what the kids like to say, if we got a hot take on it, right? So I said, what's your hot take, Carmen?
I said that Jamie Foxx can act. Why is that funny?
It's just,
sometimes you don't think
it's obvious.
People who are funny can be serious actors, and I thought he was
Yeah.
great. Michael
He
B.
was
Jordan
excellent,
was
but
great
he's
too.
already won an Oscar for being a serious actor.
In what? I forget.
Who knows?
Oh.
Collateral? I don't know.
I don't know.
Remember. No. Django?
No, but I do want to say
he won
that,
for some. He's amazing. Everyone in that movie is incredible. That movie is incredible.
No, the hot
and
take
inspiring.
is that Michael B. Jordan, who was in Black Panther,
yes,
and that woman
Brie Larson
is like another Miss Marvel, and they had serious moments together.
Yeah,
and all I could see was these are two superheroes talking to each other.
Yeah, you could see the costumes on them when they were talking.
Yeah,
that's how much of a superhero movie lover you are.
Is this a good episode?
What, of this podcast?
Yeah. Hold on a second. I have to do something. Hold on.
Oh my God, what's happening? What's happening? Oh no. I'm going to let her explain what that was. Do you want to tell people what that was, or should we just keep going?
They don't have to know that much.
Okay.
You just have to know that I had Mexican food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I was going to say, well, that gives it away. I was going to say they could write in their guesses.
Oh.
They don't have.
I just had to fart. It's really not that big of a deal.
We have started to watch Ricky Gervais's second season of Afterlife.
But before we do that, should we talk about Just Mercy and what we thought of it, or no?
No, it's depressing.
What
Other
about,
than saying it's a great movie.
What about Hidden Figures?
That was great too.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, Taraji P. Henson can really act.
Okay.
That's my hot take.
Okay, it doesn't matter. This is boring.
Yes, it is boring. That's why I tried to move on, but you brought us back.
Let's move on.
To be more boring.
John, let's try and love each other because I'm leaving.
I know. It's just me having separation anxiety.
Is it hard for you to be sweet sometimes?
Yes, I think that's obvious too.
Why?
Because you know how I was raised.
Yeah, but you can't use the past as an excuse anymore.
No, I know. I'm trying hard to beat back the past.
Try to use the present because I'm feeling like a lot of love.
Mm-hmm. You are feeling love. Well, then why? It sounds like love is delicious maple syrup.
It really is.
To you.
It is syrup.
Oh, she's caressing my face.
Hi, Mom. My mom listens to this. Hi.
To say syrup and waggle your eyebrows like that, it just makes me think: do you want to use that as lube? And that would be dangerous.
No, I was
You made
just
it
thinking
really,
of
like,
your
overtly sexual.
of your juices. I don't need
My
lube.
juices are like syrup.
Yes.
Am I like a big maple tree to you?
Mm.
There it is again.
Something about you is big like a tree.
Oh man, it's like my penis is a maple syrup spigot, and my balls are stacks of pancakes. I'm a
Wow.
delicious
All right.
breakfast.
I'm not hungry anymore. Can we move on? You're still cute though.
Oh, hi!
Feedback from the previous episode.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you I am not pregnant. A couple of people have actually even called John and asked.
Yes, they did. They were because the last episode we said big news, and everyone guessed that you were pregnant. Matthew, you said something.
I said I was
I don't
pregnant.
even listen to the podcast, so I don't
And then we said just kidding.
Right, but then people, I guess they didn't listen past that part.
That just proves that people only listen to the first 5 seconds of our podcast.
Yeah, it really was like 5 or 6 seconds in. And then we started getting all these calls. Oh my God, is Carmen pregnant? Listen to the rest of it.
Listen to the words.
Just listen, listen for 30 more seconds.
So, we haven't given everyone the update about your mother.
John's mom.
Oh yeah. So the last time we spoke about my mother, I broke her arm.
Yes.
I broke her left arm. Since then, I've broken her other arm.
Now, I'm just going to say that John is a good boyfriend.
Yes.
I don't have any broken bones right now.
Right.
So why don't you tell everybody why she has 2 broken
So
arms?
my mother was getting up from the table at dinner with her left arm in a cast that I put her in when I tripped on her a week and a half before.
Yeah.
And she was dancing and having a good time, and then she suddenly went, oh, and she started to faint, and she fell. But she fell in like, you know how that stuff feels like slow motion, but it literally was slow motion.
It looked like slow motion
Yeah.
because we all tried to get there.
Right. So we were all running towards her, and as I ran towards her, I slipped and rammed right into her. Now, at the time, we didn't realize anything.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we called an ambulance, and there's nothing weirder than putting your mother in an ambulance. And by weirder, I mean pants-shittingly horrifying, than putting your mother in an ambulance and not with your whole family there and not being able to follow the
Not
ambulance.
one person is allowed to go.
Couldn't go in the
or
ambulance.
you're allowed to go, but they told you that you're going to have to wait in the waiting room where
Right.
there's probable COVID. Now, this was back when it was like the peak of COVID.
Yeah. Now, we should say she's fine now, but
She
at the
is fine.
time, we were sure she was having a stroke, and it wasn't. It turned out to be some strange kidney thing that they still don't fully get, but she's
totally
her numbers
fine.
are great and everything like that. So don't panic.
And she got one cast off. So now
Well,
she
you're
can
jumping
move.
ahead
Okay.
because what happened was we thought she was having a stroke.
Right.
We called 911.
Right.
They took us through a couple of things to do with her.
Right.
And it was ridiculous because it was like, to do these tongue twisters, Mom, now.
Yeah.
And then the 911 person would be like, tell her, Sally sells seeds, whatever the fuck
Oh,
that
yeah.
was.
What was it?
And then we're
the
all
early bird gets the worm.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So we're all terrified going, the early bird gets the worm. Say it, Mom!
Yeah.
The early bird gets the worm. Did she slur? I don't know. Did she slur? Say it again. The early bird gets the worm.
And then it
was
took them
horrifying.
forever to get there.
But then they did. And then everyone's got masks, and we had to put our masks on. We had to put a mask on my mother, who's like still on the floor.
Yeah.
And then they took her vitals, and her blood pressure was super low.
Right.
And they were like, "Well, we got to get her out of here, and she's got to go to the emergency room." And that's when we were like, "Well, what should we follow?" They said, "Don't even follow, because we're not even going to let you in the waiting room." Because this was a good month ago, right?
Yeah, at least.
It was right after. It was like at least a week after Mother's Day. And
No, it was the day after Mother's Day.
Oh, it was the day
It
after
was literally
Mother's
the
Day.
day after
And
Mother's Day.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And so she was in the hospital for like a week, barely, just under a week.
Yeah.
And so thank God for FaceTime and all that stuff, because we couldn't go in there. But then anyway, they found out that she, in the fall, she broke her right shoulder. And they said in the fall. So I was like, I'm not going to say to anybody in my family that I slid into her.
But then you did.
I waited a while until she didn't die.
Oh.
And then I told them.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. But we don't know for sure. It's inconclusive. I may not have broken her right shoulder.
Yeah.
So anyway, you can imagine the fun we've been having with a 77-year-old woman who has no use of either arm.
Well, now you guys spend the night with her.
Yes.
On separate couches.
And we walk her. She can go to the bathroom by herself miraculously, but we have to get her there.
Yes.
And we're very fortunate that the downstairs area that she's staying in has a bidet function, which is what allows us to not have to use her arms to do things.
And then she's got those little bells, those hotel bells.
Well, it started as one hotel bell, and then there was one by her couch where she sleeps, and then there was another one by her chair. And every time she rings these bells, we have to come running.
Ready? It goes like this.
Stuff.
Ding, 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 ding. Can anyone help me? I love your mom because she's not super direct. She's like, is there anything for lunch?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm like,
but it's always,
of course there's something for lunch.
That's exactly right. Because it starts with this frantic ding, 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 ding. Can anyone help me? Just like you did. And then you get there and it's like, could you pull up my left sock a little bit? It's droopy. I don't like the way it looks on my foot. Oh, yeah. Pull it up. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, is that good, Mom? Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
And then when she fell, she kind of hit the counter and her eye started to bleed a little bit, the lid.
Yeah.
And then
she cut.
But it was
well, first of all, my brother has this fruit bowl that looks like they melted down the Game of Thrones throne.
Oh, it looks
and turned
just
it into
like that.
Into a fruit bowl.
And it still has the thorns on the edges.
Yeah, all that jagged Game of Thrones-y shit in that throne. And that thing was made of like spears and skeletons and everything sharpened. And her head just hit that on the way down.
No, it almost hit it. It didn't.
Well, then
hit
what
it.
caused the bleeding? Because her eye got
I don't
cut.
think it was that. I honestly think it was the edge of the counter. I don't know, but she would have her eyeball would have.
Yeah, her eye
out.
would still be in the Game of Thrones fruit bowl.
It would still be
right
there.
now.
We'd be like, "Is that a piece of candy?" Yeah. But anyway,
let's test it.
So
but that's so true.
Because of the cut, and when she went to the hospital, which was the least of her problems, was the cut on her eye.
Yeah.
It sounds dangerous, but it wasn't. They put this special purple glue on her eyelid. And I remember she'd be like, ding, 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 ding. How does my eye look?
Can somebody help me? What is it, Mom? What is it?
My eye it feels like the purple part's peeling off. How is it looking?
This literally happened to me too. Ding, 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 ding. Can somebody help me?
Yes.
Does Chris Cuomo look like your cousin Richie? He looks just like your cousin Richie, doesn't he, Chris Cuomo?
This is my favorite one. Ready?
Oh, yeah!
This is my favorite one. Ding, 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 ding.
What is it, Mom? What is it?
Can you bring me into the kitchen? It sounds like there's a conversation, and I want to be a part of it.
Oh, my God. That one's great.
That one's so
That happens
cute.
a lot. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss the conversation in the other room. Could you bring me in there, please? By the time you get her in there, the whole group is broken up.
Yeah, we're done. But you guys were talking about Italians 10 minutes ago. My grandmother was Italian. She made the best chicken parmesan.
Is Chris Cuomo Italian, you think?
Do you think Chris Cuomo's Richie? Is he really Richie? Does Richie work for CNN? Is his brother the governor? How's my purple glue on my eye?
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes?
Can you help me?
What's going on, Ma?
I forget it. Oh, yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
What is it, Mom? What is it?
Can someone Can someone please put hoarders back on?
She loves hoarders. hoarders. She loves hoarders. And she's a one-woman hoarder in her chair, which she can't get up from. It looks like a mini version of a hoarder episode because all this shit gathers around her because she can't move.
Yes.
And then she watches these people living in their own filth.
And then she goes,
Brilliant.
I love that show. It makes me feel so good about my own life. Right? This was yesterday. Right now they found bed bugs in the house.
Yes? Somebody help me!
Yes?
Do I have a good life?
No, she did not say that. Oh. No, but she does go like this. Ding, 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 ding.
What is it, Mom?
We should all be grateful. We should be grateful that we have food to eat. There's so many, too.
Oh, my God. This is fun. I could do a half hour on just the ding-dings.
There are more of them.
But anyway, she's doing better. And my throat hurts from laughing so hard at this.
This is the other one that the other day that happened. And at this point, there are no more dings, but it's just fun to add the dings. Ding, 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 ding.
What is it, Mom?
And then someone in the house goes, Mom, put your tit strap on. And this happened. She goes, what's that? Mom, it's your bra. A tit strap.
Wait, why did they tell her to put her tit strap
because
on?
she either had a nurse appointment where the nurse comes over and helps her, or she was going to a doctor's appointment.
Strap on, Mom.
What's that? What's a titty strap? She called it something else.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
What's a tit strap again? Like she never remembers it and keeps asking.
Ding, 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 ding.
What
ding,
is
ding,
it, Mom?
Ding. Well, this happened in real life. Well, they found 2 cats under all the bookcases on Hoarders. The cats were decomposed. They didn't even smell anymore.
Fuck.
That's how long they were down there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You just want to keep breaking the old bitch's limbs to keep the comedy going.
It really is tragedy plus time.
Holy shit. I had a friend who I was telling him that we have a bell near her bed, a bell near the chair, a bell in the kitchen if she's in there. He's like, if the bells are all over the place, what's the bitch even need a bell for if she's getting around? She's getting around more than I am in my apartment. I love you, Mom. You're
She's
awesome.
great. I love her.
You're awesome. Holy shit. I'm
She's
exhausted.
got a great sense of humor, too.
She does. She would, if she ever listened to this, she would not find it funny like most people, but she would appreciate the humor.
But she's so cute, too, because she's little.
Yeah.
And she reminds me of my mom because my mom's really little. But then your mom has these adorable, she has this adorable hairbrush that I think was made for a doll.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, go ahead.
It feels like we're like dressing a doll up with her little hairbrush.
Because we have to kind of comb her hair for her.
Yeah.
We had to brush her teeth a little bit.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't. Her
and
left,
feed her at the table.
I'll say this about the break I made, the one we know I made on the left. She still had the use of her fingers. But with the shoulder, which may or may not have been me, she couldn't move those fingers without feeling pain. So she could kind of brush her teeth with the left hand, but she's a righty.
Yeah.
She was like, I need a little guidance with this thing in my mouth.
This is the other thing she said
Easy.
that killed me. Ready? Ding, 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 ding.
What is it, Mom?
When is this gonna end? And then I love when someone in the house goes, what else would you be doing, Mom?
Yeah, yeah.
You're not going to be kayaking.
Yeah.
I know. I just want it to end. Okay, can I just want it to end?
Yeah. At first, I thought she meant her life.
Oh.
When's this gonna end? What more can you fucking break on me? She would never say the F word. Oh,
yeah, she doesn't curse.
No, she says Jiminy Cricket. That's what she used to say to me when I was a kid. Say Jiminy Cricket. I'd be like, you fucking cunt. Say Jiminy Cricket.
Oh, she would say
Yeah. Come on, say Jiminy Cricket. How's a kid who's saying fucking cunt going to transfer to, I've already had the gateway curse words take me into
But
the
you
abyss.
never got in trouble for
Not
saying
going
the
back
curse
to Jiminy
words?
Cricket. Yeah, she put literal soap in my mouth, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it just made me curse more. It's the George Carlin bit.
You know what we should tell people
Really happens.
is that there is
What should we tell them? Ding, 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 ding.
We should tell them about the memo that came from the neighborhood. There is
Oh, Oh, in the neighborhood where the undisclosed location is a part of?
And you can see the trees in the background.
Oh,
if you can imagine
the memo.
them. The memo
So it's a community. It's a community email.
Yes.
For this area, and it was scary. And they've had this before.
And can I say what it was?
Yeah. Can we do a heading for this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scary moments. Oh my God, I'm so scared.
There is a bear in the neighborhood.
It didn't sound scary when you said it then.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, how would you have said it? Say it again. We can always cut it out.
I wouldn't have said it any better or any scarier. It's just like, I guess our buildup.
Our buildup
made
was
me
a
go,
lot.
It's a bear. I mean, it's.
Yeah, but it said across the street.
Yeah.
I love how they put the names of the neighbors that saw it. You know, it was like the Kirkpatricks happened to see the bear.
Yeah.
And then the Joneses saw it later. You know?
Yeah. Did they say what it was doing?
No, they
It was just
said
walking around?
They just said keep us notified if
You see
you
it again. And your name.
And here's your phone phone number.
Right.
I guess
And
Deep
tell us
is
who you
Deep
are.
what the place that you call when there's a bear? Deep?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember
Oh.
what that stands for.
DEEP is the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection.
One of the walks we took was right after the bear memo, and we had forgotten about the bear memo, and we were walking through that one stretch that is like just nonstop foliage.
By the way, can I tell you something?
Yeah, please.
I never forgot about the bear. I only went because you were with me.
Oh, well, you should have said something because I wouldn't have gone down that stretch.
Really?
If I had remembered the bear.
I just feel safe around you because like you could fight the bear.
But we'll tell everyone how we walked.
With our arms up. That's what
Up
you're
high.
supposed to do. Hold on, I got to do something. I'll be back.
Oh, God. Okay, Carmen has left the car again.
My God. Okay, I'm back. That's all I'm going to say.
That last one was for the bear.
Oh,
I feel
think...
a lot better.
I bet you do.
I really do. Okay, so now in conclusion, I just want to say, I know you guys are about to turn this off, but I have an album coming out that I worked really hard on. It's called Vertically Obese.
It's hysterical.
So John listened to it. I always make John listen to my albums.
Yeah, it's great.
And then I make him tell me the truth.
It really is, though.
That's really nice.
I'm very proud of you. I can't wait till people get to hear it.
And I have a special picture that I like.
Yeah, you did. It's a great picture.
And
Yeah.
that's it. And it goes out on June 23rd. And for pre-sale.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ma, it goes out on June 23rd for pre-sale and July 7th everywhere. Okay, so check it out, Vertically Obese,
Yes.
and it will be on my Instagram at Carmen Comedian. And John, where should people find you?
On the unemployment line. Oh, because we talked about me getting fired too.
Oh.
So please give me a job.
Does anyone else know an Emmy-nominated unemployed person?
Why? So I can be friends with them? I don't know. What the fuck did that mean?
I meant like, are you the one and only?
Oh no, awards don't mean anything
All
anymore.
right, let's end it on a fun note.
No, it's too late.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the Human Centipod. Please don't forget to rate us on iTunes, or, as an alternative, go fuck yourself.